Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody Brown's sister wives, out of words? The sister wives fan-favorite interviewer, Sukanya Krishnan, asks Kody Brown questions that aren't jaded in any sense of the imagination. They are straightforward. But, it looks like as she waits for his answer, he implodes. Oops, there goes Kody, and at one point, he even shuts down the interview since the last few seasons encompassed Kody's polygamous marriage fracturing and then severing. You would expect the interviewer to talk about it. But when she does, Kody looks uncomfortable. Likely hitting on a sore spot for the sister wives patriarch. So, instead of answering the question, he turns it back on her. He groups Sukanya in with those who make him defend his choices. Kody tells Sukanya that he is so tired of defending himself for loving Robyn. Kody defends himself for loving Robyn Brown. Sister Wives fans wonder if this will be Kody's new catchphrase when attempting to divert the blame for his family's demise away from himself. We all know we cannot help who we fall in love with, and it looks like this is a new campaign coming from the father of 18. Fans don't blame him for loving Robyn. But, what they do find kind of crummy was how he took on 4 wives but only loved one of them. Despite saying he never loved any of his wives, except for Robyn, in the beginning, he prided himself on being able to love 4 women equally. With an emphasis on equally. What people don't get was how he treated his 3 original wives. Instead of requesting a divorce from them, he made their lives so miserable that they could only leave. Sister Wives patriarch makes all things Robyn his life. Sister Wives fans suggest Kody Brown can yell at the interviewer all he wants, it still doesn't change the facts. A side effect came along with Mary Brown, Christine Brown, and Janelle Brown severing themselves from Kody. Because of this, Kody also seemed to disown his kids. At the same time he is estranged from many of his children, he becomes the super father to Robyn's kids. He does things Robyn's children that his kids could only wish he'd done with them, and because a lot of this hits the sister wives screen, his estranged kids watch as he coddles Robyn's kids. He took Aurora Brown to get her ears pierced in what some fans tag as a creepy scene. Kody praises Robyn's daughter for her respect towards Kody. Fans suggest he sounds like he's a proud father praising a toddler. It is like Kody highlights Aurora's actions as an obedient daughter, which is something he claimed he didn't get from the other wives' kids. On the screen, he is seen playing games with Robyn and her kids. There's just so much of this stuff that his estranged kids likely watch, which probably rubs salt into their already deep wounds. This is what rattles fans, not who Kody loves. So, from where the sister wives fans sit today, they don't care that he loves Robyn. What does peeve them off is the lack of love he shows his kids from the other mothers on the TLC screen. Over the years, Sister Wives has chronicled not only the personal dramas and shifting alliances among the Brown family members but also a series of financial disputes and property controversies. Fans have long scrutinized the family's business decisions, especially those involving high-value assets like the Kody Pass property and other real estate ventures. In recent discussions on social media platforms and fan forums, a subset of viewers has begun to use strong language, accusing Kody and Robyn Brown of thieving, to describe what they perceive as questionable financial maneuvers. These accusations seem to stem from several key factors. First, there have been persistent rumors and reports about mismanagement of funds or uneven distribution of resources among family members. Some fans claim that certain decisions, such as controversial property deals, unexplained expenditures, or abrupt changes in financial strategy, suggest that Kody and Robyn may be channeling assets or profits in ways that disadvantage the other wives or the overall family. Second, the nature of reality television often blurs the line between genuine conflict and edited drama. When fans see conflicting narratives about how money is managed, it can create an atmosphere of distrust where every financial decision is interpreted as part of a larger scheme. In this environment, the term thieving becomes a shorthand for expressing deep-seated frustration with perceived inequities. Financial disputes and real estate controversies. A recurring source of tension within the Brown family has been the management of their real estate holdings. The Kody Pass property, for example, has been at the center of several legal and financial disputes. Some fans argue that the decisions surrounding its acquisition, maintenance, and potential sale have been mishandled in a way that favors Kody and Robyn. In this context, allegations of thieving are often linked to claims that these two are securing a larger share of the family's wealth, either by misappropriating funds or by engaging in deals that are not fully transparent. Reports have emerged over the years suggesting that behind-the-scenes financial negotiations have left certain family members feeling marginalized. While there is no universally accepted public record that conclusively proves mismanagement or theft, the conflicting narratives presented in interviews and on-camera confessions have fueled suspicion. For instance, when Kody deflects blame for financial difficulties onto external factors or other wives, some fans interpret these statements as an attempt to obscure his own role in controversial financial decisions. Similarly, Robyn's public stance on protecting certain assets, often coupled with defensive comments about the family's legacy, can be read by some as indicative of a broader strategy to consolidate power and wealth. Interpersonal dynamics and the accusation of thieving. Beyond the realm of pure financial transactions, the accusations against Kody and Robyn also tap into deeper interpersonal dynamics. The Brown family's internal relationships have always been complex, with shifting alliances, competing ambitions, and long-standing grievances. Within this context, financial disputes are rarely isolated issues. They are intertwined with questions of loyalty, respect, and control. Fans who use the term thieving often express a broader discontent with what they see as an imbalance of power. They argue that Kody's leadership has, over time, allowed him to dictate not only family decisions but also the flow of money and resources in a way that benefits his own interests. Robyn, as his partner and increasingly the public face of the family's modern evolution, is frequently seen as complicit in this dynamic. The notion that they are thieving is not just about monetary loss, it is also about the erosion of trust. For many viewers, every instance where money is seemingly funneled away from the collective good reinforces the idea that the couple is more interested in their own advancement than in fostering a fair and equitable environment for all family members. The emotional impact of these allegations is significant. Longtime fans, who have invested in the family's narrative over nearly 2 decades, often express a sense of betrayal when they perceive that financial gains are achieved at the expense of the rest of the family. The language used by some critics, terms like thieving, is loaded with anger and disappointment, reflecting a deep-seated belief that the Browns' public personas are built on a foundation of dishonesty. This sentiment is compounded by the fact that reality TV, by design, amplifies every conflict. As such, even minor discrepancies or decisions that might be interpreted as self-serving are magnified into major controversies. The role of reality TV production. It is crucial to acknowledge the influence of production and editing on these narratives. Reality TV is a genre where the line between reality and constructed drama is often blurred. Producers and editors have the power to shape storylines by selecting which moments to highlight and which to omit. This means that the public perception of financial disputes, and, by extension, accusations of thieving, can be significantly influenced by what viewers are allowed to see. For instance, when segments that show Kody and Robyn discussing financial matters are intercut with emotionally charged reactions from other family members, the resulting narrative may be one that suggests deceit and self-interest. Critics argue that this selective editing can create a feedback loop, where viewers become convinced of widespread dishonesty without having access to the complete picture. In such a context, the accusations that all of the Browns are liars or that Kody and Robyn are thieving can gain traction even if the full details remain obscured. While there is no doubt that the Browns' financial decisions are a source of intense scrutiny, it is important to consider that the narrative presented on screen may be as much a product of editorial choices as it is of actual behavior. Broader cultural implications. The controversy surrounding these allegations is reflective of larger cultural conversations about wealth, power, and accountability. In a world where public figures are increasingly held to standards of transparency, any hint that money is being mismanaged or misappropriated can lead to significant backlash. For fans of Sister Wives, the accusations of thieving resonate not only because they question the integrity of Kody and Robyn but also because they tap into a broader skepticism about the practices of high-profile families in the media. Social media platforms have become a battleground for these debates, with hashtags and forum threads dissecting every financial decision made by the Browns. For many viewers, the idea that personal gain is prioritized over collective welfare is deeply troubling. It speaks to a larger mistrust of public figures who appear to be more concerned with their image and personal wealth than with the well-being of those who have supported them over the years. In this light, the controversy is not just about the Browns, it is a reflection of the broader societal challenges of accountability, transparency, and ethical leadership in an age where every decision is subject to public scrutiny. The emotional cost and personal impact. The allegations of thieving have a profound emotional dimension, particularly for those within the Brown family who have long felt that their contributions have been overlooked or undermined. For the original wives and even for some of the children, financial disputes are not abstract concepts, they represent real, tangible divisions that have affected their lives in significant ways. When fans accuse Kody and Robyn of thieving, they are often expressing a deeper frustration with a system that appears to reward self-interest over family solidarity. This sense of betrayal is not easily reconciled, especially in a family that has been as publicly fractured as the Browns. For some fans, the persistent narrative of dishonesty and mismanagement is a source of disillusionment. They feel that the Browns' public personas, carefully constructed and meticulously maintained, mask a reality where trust is repeatedly violated. This emotional undercurrent has led to a polarized view of the family. While some continue to support them and believe in the possibility of redemption, others have become increasingly cynical, convinced that the pursuit of wealth and power has come at too high a cost. The language of thieving captures this cynicism, serving as a rallying cry for those who demand higher standards of accountability and transparency from their public figures. The way forward: accountability and transparency. Amid the controversy, a central question remains: can the Brown family overcome these allegations and rebuild trust both within the household and with their audience? Many fans advocate for greater transparency regarding the family's financial dealings. They call for a more detailed and honest exploration of how decisions are made, who benefits from specific transactions, and what measures are in place to ensure that resources are distributed fairly. For proponents of accountability, the path forward involves not only addressing the immediate allegations but also engaging in a broader dialogue about the values that underpin the family's legacy. Some insiders suggest that if the Browns are willing to embrace a more open approach, one that includes detailed explanations of their financial strategies and a willingness to address past mistakes, it could pave the way for a more balanced narrative. Such a shift would require significant introspection from all family members, particularly from Kody and Robyn, who are often seen as the primary decision-makers. By acknowledging the complexities and challenges of managing their wealth, the family might be able to dispel some of the negative narratives and rebuild the trust that has been eroded over the years.